Wind and Solar Electricity Edition 4, a practical guide to both technologies and batteries, available at Bimble Solar. Now then, little bit of an experiment and investigation here. We've got these cells. Now, they're LG and they're lithium iron phosphate cells, 3.2 volts, and they are 20 amps each. Yeah, and I know they're 20 amps because they came out of a battery where 3 of these pouches were in parallel and the batteries were 60 amp, so that all makes sense. So I wanted to know how good these were, right? So therefore I wanted to know whether they could keep the voltage and supply current at the same time, i.e. do a drop test. Yeah, so let's just zoom in a little bit. So I dug out this stuff, which is nichrome wire. Yeah, let's move things out of the way, and I cut a piece. Now what we want there is we want the meter right next to that, like that, okay, and we want to zoom down like this, okay, and what we want to do is we want to put a load across the battery and also a voltmeter across the battery, and the load, let's say we have 3.2 volts and we want a 10 amp load. Okay, so right, where are we? Zoom out a bit. We have the ohms wheel. Yeah, and here's resistance in ohms, and resistance is any of these 3 things. So it is volts divided by current in amps. Now current, you'd think it should be C, but it's I, and that comes from historical reasons because it used to be called intensity, which is why it's I, and I think C was used for something else anyway. So we got volts divided by current gives the resistance. So if we have 3.2 volts divided by 10 amps, then the resistance of this piece of wire here needs to be 3.2. Now we got a bit of a wiggle there, so I need to straighten that out before we go any further. So let's just straighten this out, trying to keep in shot. Straightening stuff out, eh? Have you ever tried to straighten angle iron? Yeah, that takes leverage and imagination. Right, so let's just clean this up again. Okay, there we go. So we're on ohms. There, we're on 3 there. Okay, can you see that? You can. So I want to cut it there and there, and you'll see why in a minute. Okay, right, so now then, yeah, that'll do. Let's straighten this out a bit. Now we can't hold this because it's going to get very warm. Yeah, does that make any sense? Right. Okay, so we've done ohms wheel. We've got 3 ohms. So now we want the meter to go on to DC volts. I don't know the state of charge of these. I'm assuming they're reasonable. Well, they seem to be, because they are 3.29. So what we need to do here, right, crocodile clips on there, so we're not fiddling around. Let's zoom, and now let's move this in there, move the meter there. Can you see that? Right, we need to put something there to make that. No. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now I've lost my bit of wire. Here it is. Why do we want to put a bit of grease on here? Just so we can see the smoke. Okay, ready? So this is a 10 amp load. Okay. Can you see the smoke? Yeah. And it's red hot now. And it's still saying at 3.17. Can you see that's red hot? You can. Yeah. So I would say that's a good sell, because the voltage has bounced back. It went down to 3.17 under that load. Yeah, but it didn't, the voltage didn't collapse. Okay. So that's a cell that came from Lee. Yeah. I mean, you can't really, I mean, basically I'm testing them under this situation, and that means I could put them together in a pack, yeah, with a BMS, and then see how they balance out. But this is an initial test. Right, so we're on another one here. This one's from Owen, 3.26. Let's put a bit more grease on there, just for the smoke more than anything else. And let's move this down a bit, and that in there. Are we happy? I think we are. It did get remarkably super hot. There's the smoke. 3.22, and it's glowing red hot. 3.21. Really hot. Right. And it bounces back. So it's 3.21, and it's dropped to, that might go up to a 5. 3.24. But it didn't collapse. I've had 18650s where you put a car headlight bulb across them. The voltage looks great, and you put a car headlight bulb across, which doesn't draw that much current, because it's a 12 volt over 4 volts, say, and the voltage collapses, goes down to like 1, and you know that that cell is no good. So I'd say that that cell was okay. Yeah. Shall we say worth putting in a pack? Yeah. It's all this sort of percentage game. Right, we're on 3.26. Yeah. Bit of grease. hopefully you're enjoying this. Let's just see if I can zoom down a little bit and move that in there like that. Yeah, we just need to get a bit closer. How's that? Yeah, 3.26, okay. And yeah, there's the smoke, 3.22. It's glowing like mad, and it's staying at 3.21, and this is drawing 10 amps. There we go. It was 3.26, 3.24. It might bounce back a little bit. Again, it didn't collapse. So there you go. Let's try one more, shall we? Yeah. Wow, that's a bit warm. Actually, ease my finger against that. Yeah, if you've ever messed around with this sort of stuff and brushed your arm against a piece of this very hot nichrome wire, you get pain and a searing smell, and then a white line on your arm that takes quite a few days to heal up. Okay, 3.28, and this is a battery from Lee. I think I've charged this one up to about 3.4, and then of course it's settled down to its nominal voltage. Are we ready? Contact. Yeah, we're getting warm. 3.18. It's getting red hot. Really red hot. 3.17. It's staying there, isn't it? Right, there you go. And it's bouncing back. Okay, just a simple test. It's just, you know, you get a drop tester for a car battery, and you know, in the past I've used drop testers for 2-volt lead acid forklift batteries. In fact, during the pandemic, I made a couple and sold them because they weren't available. So there you go. And this is a quick, dirty, simple way of making one without actually doing any bits. Obviously, very important to hold the nichrome with snipe nose pliers, etc. But there you go. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you've done this sort of thing before. Tell me if you think it's interesting and that you've learnt something. I'm always interested in comments and stories about what you've done, you know, because yeah, there comes a point where we all learn from each other. Yeah, so hope to hear from you and catch up with you soon. Cheers for now.